Hello and welcome to my channel. This is a reading for Scorpio. Scorpio, this is your 2022 outlook reading. We're not going to just take a look at January of 2022, but we're going to look at the entire year. I'm using an annual outlook spread, and it's designed to look like a clock, starting from January, which is 1 o'clock, all the way to 12 o'clock, which represents December. In the center of the reading, I have the overall energy and theme for your love and romance and your work and finance for the year as well. I'm using a variety of tarot cards. I will leave that information in the description box just in case you're interested in the cards. As you can see, I've already shuffled and pulled your cards, so let's get started, Scorpio. So for January, I've pulled 3 cards for January, 1 card for the rest of the month. But for January, you have Strength, you have the 10 of Wands, and you have Judgment. So what I see what's going on here when it comes to, let's say, work and finance, I think that you are doing a lot at work. So you're going to find yourself in January taking on a lot of projects, a lot more. You're going to be responsible for a lot in January, whether you own your own business or you work for someone else. There's going to be a lot that you're going to be responsible for. A lot of people are going to be turning to you, to get things done. Or if it's your own business, you're going to have to work to keep, things going for you. With the Judgment card, if you work for someone else, I feel like, even though you're doing a lot, people are acknowledging, they're noticing you, the Judgment. They're judging you based upon, what it is you're doing. And you could be taking on these extra projects intentionally because you're trying to get the recognition. But I do feel like, with Judgment, you are being judged. People are recognizing you. With the Strength card, you're not complaining. Sometimes you might feel frustrated, but you're not going to complain about it, or you're not going to be complaining about it. You're just going to go ahead and take on those extra duties and do what needs to be done without complaining. Again, just know that during this time, you are being watched and people are noticing, what you're doing, your hard work. When it comes to, love and romance, again, this is being silent. Strength still means, trying to be strong. You have a lot that you want to say, but you're going to be holding it in. You're not going to speak. And what's going on is still, with this 10 of Wands, I feel like some of you are responsible for a lot. You're going to find yourself being responsible for everything, paying the bills, going to work. Maybe you have a partner who's not working, who's not contributing in some way. And this is causing a lot of stress and strain on you. You're not sure whether, you want to keep going or, if you're ready to give up. Not sure, but with the Strength card, you're not saying anything. And Judgment means that, you need to. Judgment means that you need to speak up and get this stuff off of your chest. Talk about what's going good, what's going bad in the relationship. Let them know, how you feel. So perhaps you could be doing that in January. If not, this card signals that you need to. You need to speak up and, speak your piece and let your person know, how you feel. But I do feel like that's the energy, in January. With work and love, you're going to be taking on a lot, doing a lot, taking on other people's responsibilities. But for work, you will be acknowledged for it. But, for love and romance, it's something that you need to talk about. You need to get that off your chest. In some cases, a completely different scenario. You could be dealing with someone who's coming back into your life. So some of you Scorpios might find that an ex, lover, or an ex-husband, wife might be entering into your life and wanting to reconcile and talk about, what went wrong in the past and, see if you can reconcile and renew that relationship. So that could be happening to some of you also in January. So we're going to go on to February. February, you have the 3 of Pentacles energy. So when it comes to work, again, we go back to this Judgment. You're working hard. In January, this, means acknowledgement. People are going to be acknowledging you for all that extra effort that you put in. And, if you have applied for a promotion, or whatever it might be within your current job, there's gonna be acceptance. You're gonna be accepted into work groups. People are going to say, hey, I know that Scorpio can do a good job. Scorpio has proven themselves to work hard, and you're gonna be working with other people. Other cases, you could just be busy at work, in a lot of meetings, a lot of creative meetings, a lot of brainstorming meetings, different things like that you'll find yourself involved in. When it comes to love and romance, you could be, dating online. The Three of Pentacles could mean that, you're online dating, or you could actually, become romantically linked to or interested in someone at your job. So that is for March. Or excuse me, February, sorry. Now we're in March. March, you have the Magician. So March is going to be a month where there's going to be renewed energy, manifesting ideas. You might find yourself being overly creative in March. You might find yourself having just a lot of ideas. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe romantically you want to go towards something. If you're at work, maybe there's going to be opportunities for you to take the bull by the horn and start your own projects. There's going to be lots of creative energy flowing, in March. In April, you have the Nine of Wands. So I think, for some of you, going back to this Ten of Wands and, working with groups, Three of Pentacles, for that same group of people, you might find yourself getting a little bit frustrated again. You might find yourself taking on, more work than what you should be. So you had to learn to speak up, and, you had to learn to delegate. This card tells us, learn to delegate at work. Maybe you're taking on too much again. So you're going to find that coming back full circle again during where we at, April. And for love, perhaps if you're out there dating and you have someone that you're interested in or you're talking to, you're going to find yourself, kind of like waiting for this person to contact you, waiting for phone calls, waiting for text messages, emails. Just might be a month of frustration when it comes to love. So now we are in May. May, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who nurtures, who takes care of business. So maybe in May, you're going to find yourself taking care of yourself. Maybe if you've been working too hard and kind of neglecting the family, you're going to find yourself getting back in balance, in May, at home, cooking dinners, cleaning the house. Depending on what you do, your job may have just taken you away from your home duties and yourself. So I feel like May is going to be the time where you get back on track and kind of nurture yourself, nurture your family, and take care of what you need to take care of. Others of you, if you're applying for a job, you might find yourself getting a position that allows you to be, that brings abundance into your life. You're getting promoted to a high paying position. If you've applied for a job, maybe, if you get that job, it's going to be something that really is good for your future. Again, brings money, abundance into your life. But I'm feeling for the most of you, it's more taking a step back after all this hard work and taking care of yourself and nurturing your family. Cooking your family a nice home cooked meal, because you've been ordering out, for forever because you've been so busy. So it's getting back in balance that way. You're gonna see that in May. And then let's see, that's May. May is Mother's Day. So again, that's when we have Mother's Day. At least in the United States, it's pampering yourself, being pampered. All right, so we're in June. So June, you have the Hangman energy. So you could just be, happy with where you are. Maybe that there's things that need to change, but you know what? At this moment, just coming off this break of pampering yourself, you're not ready to make any sudden moves. You're just going to continue to do, what you want to do. or handle things the way they have been. So there's changes that need to be made, with your job and taking on all these extra duties. But right now it's just not the time. You're going to go ahead and sacrifice and continue doing, continue on the path that you have been, even though you do know eventually that there's some things that need to change. So even if it's not job, it could be in love. It just could be not willing to make any changes. This could also mean that in a love situation, you're coming across someone who maybe you weren't really interested in for whatever reason, but now you're starting to, change your mind on it, but you're taking your time in love as well. So in July, you have the King of Wands. So for those of you out there dating, the King of Wands means that you might be just like the Queen of Wands. You might find yourself out there dating and having a good time and just having lots of fun energy with people. If you're already in a connection, this might be a month where you see your romance life kick in, lots of intimacy, lots of passion. For work, I feel like, you're going to be really showing up as that strong go-to employee. Again, if it's the same person who's been working really hard all year long, you're going to see yourself getting recognized. People are going to be looking at you as that go-to person. All that hard work is really paying off at this point. This might be a time where, you think about, or you start that business, so you've been thinking about certain little creative things that you want to do, and you start to implement them in July. August, Seven of Wands. So in a work situation, I feel like, there could be people who, a lot of times when we work hard and we promote and grow within the company, especially if we grow fast, and that could be the case again back with this King of Wands. You have people who might be, you have your haters. You have people who might kind of gossip and, say that you were treated, they were treated unfairly, you were treated favorably, whatever. In the workplace, you might find that energy where people are gossiping and talking about you, and you're having to defend yourself, defend your hard work and defend how you got where you are. You do find that a lot in the workplace. If you're interviewing, you might find that you are standing above the rest. Seven of Wands, defending yourself, doing well in the interview, fighting for, letting them know why you deserve the position. When it comes to love and romance, you might find yourself, in a situation, again, I go back to this hangman, where you're thinking differently. So maybe you started dating someone who's different than what you normally are used to, and you're defending that relationship. Maybe people don't like who you're dating or have something to say about, your romantic person of interest, and you might find yourself in defensive mode. So I think August is more defensive mode for you. September, Page of Cups. So if you're single, new love could be coming your way. You could find yourself, if you're single, having crushes on people, little secret crushes. The Page of Cups is puppy love. It's brand new. So again, if you're not in a relationship, you might find yourself, really crushing a lot during September, or having someone just, pop up and like, wow, I never noticed that person before. I kind of like them. That type of energy. This is the energy of brand new relationships that are just getting off the ground, brand new projects at work. Maybe you're having creative ideas that other people might find a little bit off. Maybe you want to quit your job and go and do something that's a little bit more relaxing for the rest of your life. But maybe people are saying, that's kind of risky. But the Page of Cups has that energy, that innocent energy, about them. So you just might find yourself fantasizing about what you want to do in the future. Fantasizing about a new person that you want to come into your life. Or again, this could be the beginning of, a new relationship, and it's brand new and it's innocent and it's fun. Nothing negative has happened yet. And hopefully it will not. So when we get to October, you have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is, maybe the King of Pentacles, excuse me if I can talk, is a good provider. So it's like, we go back to this Queen of Pentacles. And so maybe, we were talking about nurturing yourself. So we don't like to get caught up with gender, but, say we have mother and father. So say you're in a situation, you're the father, and you've been working a lot. Again, it's just another person in the family dynamic who's been working a lot. And the King of Pentacles is now, you're feeling good about all of your hard work. You feel like you have what you need to support your family. You're sitting back and you're looking at your accomplishments. So I think this represents what's been going on so far, throughout the year. Feeling good about yourself. In a love situation, it could go that way, or it could go, maybe you're with someone who's a little bit older, and there's not a lot of love, there's love, but love is being shown in a different way. Maybe your partner is working hard, working a lot of long hours. So that's what the King of Pentacles does. The King of Pentacles shows love by what they can, provide for their family. So you could just be in that energy where your partner is just working a lot and you're feeling a little bit neglected, but again, it just could be where you sit back and you look at how hard you've worked throughout the year and what you've accomplished. And then we get into November, and November is the Ten of Swords. So out of all of these, the entire year, it's just toward the end of the year, something happens. So be on the lookout in November for this Ten of Swords energy. So some of you might be, experiencing a breakup, some sort of betrayal. It could be at work, again, you have these people, these haters, these backstabbers, people who are gossiping. So maybe you're going to be kind of, that will escalate and you'll feel like, you've lost in that situation or defeated. But the Ten of Swords is just, something negative that's going to happen. But you'll be okay, because as you can see, she's walking, there's a sun. The sun is in the future, and there's those black crows, so it's going to resolve itself. So it could be, the ending of something negative that happened, but just something out of everything I see, this is going to be the month where you're going to be feeling backstabbed, defeated, hurt, betrayed by something. And you're going to end the year with the Devil. So the Devil is, a few things: obsessions, addictions, just, in a work situation, it could be good. It could mean that you're entering into new contracts. But be careful and make sure you read the fine print. So you could be going into something big toward the end of the year when it comes to, your work and finances. You just need to be a little bit cautious and make sure that you know everything, all aspects of that deal. But when it comes to love and romance, this is a red flag. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at what the overall theme and energy is when it comes to love and romance for the year. You got this card, codependency. You got addictions are affecting your romantic life. So that, I believe, is what's going to show up in November. The addictions, codependency, whatever that energy is, it's going to rear its head in November and peak in December. It will be revealed. It will be known what's going on. So some of you are going to be in a situation where you or your person, there's going to be some sort of addictions. Whether that's drug addiction, sex addiction, gambling, you're gonna feel that major impact. So that's how you're gonna end this year. So you're gonna have a strong year, and I think that's really telling and kind of amazing that Devil card came up, and this is what you have for your overall energy and theme. And so while we didn't see it throughout the year, you're gonna see it pop up again in November and December. And you might see it throughout the year. It just didn't appear in the cards. But I believe it appeared in a strong position in the last 2 months of the year. And that could be, where it initially does appear. For your work and finance, you got the Hermit. So taking a step back, reflecting, not really doing much. So I think that's really fitting when it comes to what we saw here. You're going to be working and overworked, but you know what? You're not going to say anything. You're going to continue on. You're not going to say anything with the strength card. And as we can see, it, you know, throughout the year, you continue to work hard, and you know, you need to learn how to delegate. But I think, you know, you're gonna this means that you're not really going to say much, but you are going to be thinking about it and thinking about what you need to do in the future. Again, with this Hangman, you're not making any sudden moves when it comes to anything right now, but you are going to be thinking about it throughout the year, as far as, you know, should you be doing something better, what you should be doing. A lot of times we put work into other people, into our jobs, and we need to invest in ourselves. So Scorpio, that's what I see for 2022, January, and the rest of the year. Good luck with everything. Thank you so much for watching my video, and have a wonderful day and a very happy new year. Thank you.